Hey guys, Moose here. Welcome back to another episode of Goblins of Elderstone. The save system for this game is really weird. That was bizarre, trying to figure out which one I'm supposed to load again. Because save, like, I don't think you pick the name, and it just, like, default, like, the name is create new save. Which is really weird. But we're here. I think this is the right save. I'm pretty sure this is the right save, so I will take it. This is concerning. Disease over here. This guy's sick. Or dead? Okay. I don't know if we lost someone. Or two people. I'm not totally... Oh, no. We lost two people to that stupid event. So there's just like a corpse there. Alright. That's a little concerning. Gotta be honest. I don't... The problem is I'm not sure, like, what to get rid of, I guess. Because everything's going very slowly. And I kind of feel like I might be well served getting, you know, moving someone off of a particular role so that they can do different work. But I don't know. Maybe it's not necessary. It seems like they're doing things, like stuff's happening. It's just not happening particularly quickly. I really like this walkway. I like how it's got like rock under planks. It's kind of cool. Disease in this area, what? Please tell me this individual is getting cleaned. Why is there just like a corpse here? I think they're getting... I don't know if they're talking or trying to get rid of it. Okay, I don't really know what to do about that. So... Okay, the game just crashed. Yeah, okay, restart. Okay then. Removing your king crashes the game. Good to know. So, I mean, it's fair to point. You can see the save names there. It's kind of bizarre. So this is early access. And it's not just like, oh, it's early access. Like, this is legitimately, like, real early access. Let's try that again. Yep, okay. That just crashes it. So, don't remove the king. Now we're going to find out if you can remove people from any job. Hopefully you can. It might be that if you remove people from a job, they're just... it crashes. Nope. That worked. Okay, that one's not okay. Some of them it's okay. I'm just not going to do it. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. At least it's quick to load, which you can thank my SSD for. So, other problem. The tutorial starts over when you load back in. That's a problem. So yeah, it's... Calling it rough around the edges would be extraordinarily generous. It's not rough around the edges. It is... This is an actual beta. Which is good. That's, you know, that's what early access is supposed to be. Now, I did pay for this, which I'm not thrilled about, but that is not really something that I would blame on the developer. It's more just the nature of the game industry as things currently stand. So, it, you know, would I like to see a game like this be free? For the moment, yeah, sure. And even Minecraft actually was... I forget, was it heavily discounted or just straight up free? I think it had, like, there might still be a free version, but there was, like, a free version that really showed, like, what the game was about with exploration and kind of crazy landscapes. And then there was, like, a cheaper, like, the proper game was cheaper than it wound up being on release. I think. I can't remember exactly. But yeah, I don't know. That was a while ago. But I got into Minecraft, but way back before it blew up like nuts. Okay. Alright, so we're basically just gonna be waiting. This is scary because if this doesn't finish... And they've got all the stone, so they really just need the wood and then the manpower. But if it doesn't finish, that... we might just die. I'm gonna get rid of this because it's not helpful. We need to get to our next... Yeah, so disease just happens where it happens. We need to get to our next population growth, which I think like you get children after the skeletons attack. Or sometimes while they're attacking. It's like during that time of the year. New goblin children come into existence, and then you can kind of go from there. But we kind of have to make it to... there. They'll get wood now. We have to make it through the skeleton attack for any of that to matter. So it's concerning, you know, that's definitely something we're going to be kind of worrying about here. We're coming up on fall. That's scary. Particularly since they don't really seem to be doing what we need them to do. Here's the real thing. Logs. Oh, it takes basic tools. This was crafts? No, we had a... Was it not this playthrough? Yeah, we don't have basic tools. Okay, well, you know... That's a problem. I think that's our issue right now. Okay. Summer has ended. That's horrifying. I am afraid. Job priorities. Everything but food. Yeah, so I wasted some time there. But we, you know, we're learning. Slower than we might like to, but we're learning. So this is buildable. They should just be able to build it now. And then from there, I can sacrifice one of my last two, like, general purpose peons to make tools, and then hopefully that last guy can finish off the watchtower and become a guard before we get murdered. Assuming one guard can even get us through the winter, which is far from guaranteed. We really got screwed by having that event just take 2 goblin. Like, the other 2 options told us what they did. That one just like, nah, screw you. We're taking 2 goblins. That's stupid. That's kind of... It doesn't feel great from a gameplay standpoint, particularly when it happens in your first year and you're kind of like, well, okay, I guess I'm just screwed then, and you don't really have an out. Kind of make things tough. But, you know, what are you going to do? Life, unfortunately, goes on. Almost there. And then I can... Oh god. What do you mean, end of autumn? Yeah, we're being attacked. Okay, I think we might have killed one. I don't really know. Oh, there's one.
Zala.
Please, I'm begging you, kill it. Okay, I think we successfully... One goblin died. And another one, like, we killed 2. So, it'd be really great if no more enemies spawned and we're just done. But considering that was literally, like, the first pixel of winter, I'm a little worried we're not going to be so lucky. I really hope that was it. I'm like, basically, if that wasn't it, we just lose. and there's kind of nothing we can do about it. I don't think I've like played poorly or done anything particularly wrong. It was just we got screwed by that one event where you have to lose goblins, which is just stupid. Like, that's not really reasonable when you only have 8 in the first place and you need to use them up, apparently. Like, based on the tutorial, we built all this. So the tutorial has you using these up. So the game is telling you to have less peons, basically, and then to have it come into this situation where now this thing is taking forever to build because we've lost 1 to skeletons and 2 to an event. Yeah, we're getting attacked again. Okay, so we're... Okay, we killed it. That's good, but I'm really worried that there's going to be more. The year is over. Okay, but... that doesn't really matter. What is our peon doing? It's just diseased or something. Yeah, diseased. Not really sure how that impacts us, but I'm assuming it's bad. I think it's reasonably safe to assume it's a bad thing. Hey, you know, peon, it'd be really great if you could, like, finish building the crafting hut so that you could then work on crafting and then make tools so that we can finish the other buildings if we're lucky enough to get more goblins. That'd be swell. I think he's doing it, yeah. Okay, very briefly. No longer. Alright, well, we're halfway through winter. It looks like we might manage. I think it really comes down to getting lucky about who gets hit by attackers. Certain people will just die, and then others seem to fare relatively well against skeletons, but I mean, it's a coin toss who runs into them. So that's not great. Yeah, we're just nothing's happening. I'm hoping that nothing's happening because it's winter and they keep having to stop doing what they're doing to warm up. I really hope that's why. That's kind of lame from a gameplay perspective, but I would get it enough to be kind of like, okay, fine. If they're basically saying winter is where you stop everything and just you either die or continue. It's a little bit long for that, I think. And it's also a little bit harsh to hit you with it this quickly in a new game, but we're not dead yet, so maybe that counts for something. Without really understanding the game more, it's hard to say if this is like a problem or just like not fully implemented. Yeah, we really need that building to finish. I really hope it's just that it's cold. Yeah, it's still pretty cold. We're getting up on spring here though, so that's gonna help. Because it does seem they just keep getting warm, getting warm, getting warm. They're not really doing any work. But that could be because they need to get warm, or it could be because there's just only 1 peon, and what are you going to do, right? It's not entirely clear which of the two that is. One would hope that it has to do with being cold. I don't really want to do that. Because I wonder if that works. I don't really want to crash the game, so I'm not going to do it. 23 new babies. Holy crap. Okay. So that's okay. Let's talk about population booms, man. Alright, it's spring. You guys gotta build this freaking building, man. I don't know how quickly. I really hope that goblins grow up quickly, because we need that manpower now. We have a relatively short window during which we can make this work. Please, I'm begging you.
Oh, good.
You are king.
Yes.
You're worker. Hey, could you do the thing?
Okay.
I'm begging you. Build the building. Are you doing it? You look like you're doing it. No, you're not. You're just walking over to the storage area or walking over here. And it's a little frustrating. Breeder. Wow, that's not the kind of trait I would have expected to find in this game. This is not the right type of game for that kind of trait, let me put it that way. Does disease just mean he's not gonna work? Is that just like, no, it's over, or what? $13 new... Jeez, okay, so they're coming fast and furious here. Hooded stranger, please give me... Oh my god. Hooded stranger, approach our village with slow and cautious step of ancient one. Face lost in shadow, voice whisper like wind in cavern as she asks to meet her king. Let's be nice. 2 goblins are... What the... What? Hey, but... I don't like events like this in games because what language has the game given me to understand what I'm supposed to be doing here, you know? Like, what... The game hasn't taught me anything about, okay, this is how things work. There's no lore that says, oh, they're like travelers that you can't see the face of are dangerous. Like, there's nothing. It's just a coin toss. You're just like, did you look up what the things are on Wikipedia, or are you just guessing based on what you think the game wants you to do? The player should never be guessing what the game wants them to do. The player can guess how the game wants you to do something, but not what. Like, you should have a clear idea of what your goal is. And you could argue that, oh, well, your goal is to succeed, and then this is a how thing, so you should just deal with it. No. I kind of get that, but... Like, what am I supposed to do there? It's just, what have I done to earn this penalty? And you could say, well, it's a random event. Events can be random. That's, you know, RNG is a thing. Yeah, okay, kind of, yeah. But that feels kind of shitty. I don't really, like, I've now been hit by 2 negative events, and I still don't understand, like, what I'm supposed to be doing to either avoid them or make it better. It's very unclear. Meanwhile, nothing's getting built. And that, I think, is probably the nothing getting built thing is probably a symptom of early access more than anything else, being stalled out here.
Yeah.
But the events, that's like a binary thing that you control as a developer, and if it's in the game, you control what the outcome is, so you should probably, like... I don't know, man. Like, I always struggle with those where... Yeah, you're trying to figure out what the developer thinks the right decision should be. Like, which one of these isn't going to get me punished? And ultimately, like I said, it just comes down to a coin toss. That's not really meaningful or interesting gameplay. It's just either you're lucky or you're not. So, I don't know. I'm not a fan of design like that. I think there's a good way to do it, but this is not it. Meanwhile, the crafting hut still remains unfinished. Honestly, well, we'll just wait, because there's more goblins are going to grow up, so whatever, just let it go. They're going to grow up soon. Hopefully, like, they're going to hit right around winter. I don't know if we're going to get, like, all 24, but the problem is if we get all 24, it seems as though only one of the goblins that we have will ever fight back. Most of them just die. So probably if any of those 24 get into a fight, and I think it was, I don't know if it was 24, I think it was 24, they're just gonna die. And there's nothing I can do about it, probably, based on what I've seen of the game so far. Whether or not that actually comes out to be true is a completely different story. I mean, this is a new game. We're in uncharted territory. I haven't gotten info from the developer. I haven't looked up the game online. I don't know anything about what they want me to do here. I'm just kind of guessing, really. Why is the wood now red? Why would that be red? It was green. It's green here. Why, like, do we not have builders now? Like, what? 23 new adults. Holy crap. Okay. Overcrowding, you don't say. Fire in area. Okay, so you lit our houses on fire. Alright, let's slow down. This requires some immediate kind of management because things just suddenly got out of control. And again, like, this is, like, I'm thankful. I think a population boom is sort of there for testing reasons. Because you want to have... You don't want... One, you want colonies to last. You don't want them to just die. Because you want people to get further in the game. So that they can test more of the game. So that makes sense. That would be a temporary, like, hey, you know, do this.
Zala.
I'm a little worried about the fire. Because I don't know that there's anything I can actually do to put that out. Oh, okay. So we're just dead then, huh? Well, it'd be great if people build the well. I think we're going to at least lose the Grand Hall. That's not a question. It's really just down to whether or not the well gets built. It looks like they might start building. Oh no, they put out the fire. Okay. Are they going to repair it though? Okay, the fire's back. And the game crashed. Okay, well. That's been an exciting... Oh, it's not beta, it's alpha. I misspoke earlier. Alpha 6.4. Okay, so we got some issues. This is interesting though. Like, it'd be really easy to sit here and be like, "Oh, this game's terrible. It doesn't work. Why are you charging money for it?" Yeah, and to be fair, there's some arguments there. Like, let me pull up. How much is this on Steam right now? Just pull this up real quick. It is $25. It's not. That's a little bit of a ripoff. I will not deny that. $25 is a complete ripoff for this game. That's, like, not debatable. But putting myself in the developer's shoes, would I say, like, okay, well, yeah, $25 is clearly not what this product is worth, but at the same time, graphically speaking, this game's, like, reasonably far along. They've done good work with that. I think it looks pretty nice, actually. The audio isn't that bad either. There's... really just it's bug fixes and features, kind of. Like, it seems like a decent game. Like, there's aspects of this that are already better than Life is Feudal, in my mind. Not many, but like, it does show promise. And, you know, maybe you could say, well, yeah, but it's like... You're not just really paying $25 for the game, you're paying $25 to be in now, I guess. And you could argue, well, why am I paying for that? I'm playing the worst version of it. That's a valid argument, but you could say, like, well, it's $25 because if you're, like, a really big fan for some reason, then consider it like it's like a surcharge if you're a big fan, basically. Saying, like, hey, if you're really into this, you know, it's got a luxury price point right now relative to how entertaining it is. But, yeah, I don't know. Like, for whatever reason right now with this particular game, given that it's an alpha, given that it actually, like, looks pretty promising long term. It doesn't look bad. Genuinely, it doesn't look... I think the game crashed because the building burned down, and the game doesn't know what to do with a building burning down, and that's reasonable. That could just be something that's not in yet. Like, it's complicated. I don't know why I'm like being really forgiving here. I think there's a lot of stuff you could say, like, that you could really just come down hard on this, and I don't think you'd necessarily be wrong for doing so. I don't know. I'm feeling forgiving. I guess I just sort of... I guess I have faith? I don't know. This is an interesting subject. This is definitely something I want to talk about more, because there's no question that you can make an argument that $25 for something that crashes like this and is an alpha is ridiculous, but at the same time, I kind of sort of see things from the developer's perspective too, and I kind of get it. Because it's not like he's got some stick figure drawing. He's saying, give me $25 for this. Like, it looks nice. There's clearly work, like substantial work that's been done here. You could say the game portion of it is nowhere near complete. Yeah, absolutely. But it's again, it's like there's something here. Like, there's promise that is being shown here. I can't speak to the reliability of the developer or anything like that, but they're showing something. Like, it's an actual product here. It needs work, but there's a version of this that's a solid game that's worth $25. So I guess I kind of look at that and say, okay, well, it's a timing thing. It's not there yet, but it probably will be later. So yeah, okay, I'll take a shot on this. Anyway, it's up to everyone to draw their own conclusions. I would definitely not, if I was not doing videos on this, there's actually zero chance I would ever consider buying it. So I don't recommend buying it. But I do recommend keeping an eye out on it. And the series isn't over, but I know this sounds like, oh, the series is over. No, it's not. I'm going to keep playing it. Barring, like, if it crashes 4 times a video for the next 4 videos, I will probably not continue. But, it's had stable periods and it's had bad periods, so I don't know. I don't know what to think yet. Anyway, it's worth keeping an eye on. I do think it's going to be a good game long term. That long term could be 3 years from now, but it looks good to me, I guess. It's just not working yet. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, feel free to come by twitch.tv/electronicmoose Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, 6 to 8 p.m. PST, 9 to 11 p.m. EST. Check out a stream if you'd like. If not, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Sorry, I completely botched that. If not, feel free to watch videos here on YouTube. I appreciate that all the same. And then, thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Take care.